I'm really happy with where I'm at right now, and I have no worries about being ready for season.
What's the most interesting thing that happened today? Since spring ball is kind of a repetitive thing for us.
Yeah, I think it's just the intensity out there today, man. I was watching, and we have guys really getting after it. We've put in a couple new periods that I think are just going to transfer over to this season better than pretty much anything we've done in the past. We have this new period where we preach on finishing. That was one of the things we struggled as far as an offensive line, especially last season. And for offensive line, all that a finish is just finishing the play with your hands on the man you've been blocking. It doesn't necessarily have to be a pancake, but it's just giving maximum effort for the entire play. And we worked those periods hard today, and as a full team, because if you're not finishing your guy, it affects the entire team, and I think it's going to transfer over. It's intense out there right now. It's exciting.
I know it's only one practice, but Don Pellin talked about bringing a swagger to this defense.
Yeah.
Did you get a sense?
I could see it. I could see it for sure. I like. I really like Don Pellin as an defensive coordinator. And like I said, the guy's been in the program forever. He knows what we're doing, and he's got a lot of his own great ideas. And yeah, you could see that out there today, man. The defense was definitely walking around with a little swagger. Just getting hyped over all their plays. Everybody excited about each other, and really picking each other up. And that's what's good. You got to be excited about what you're doing if you want to be good about it.
What's the biggest difference with no Coach Al out there?
I don't know, man, but it's noticeable that he's not there. That's for sure. It's kind of when Coach Kelly left. We're moving on. Obviously, we have to. It's just part of the business, part of the game. But his presence it's noticeable that he's not here. He's yeah, exactly. Quieter. He's a funny guy. He's always messing around with the O-line. Because he's not necessarily coaching us at all. So, he's always messing with us. Funny guy. So I definitely miss him out there. But yeah, I think we're going to be doing really well.
A lot of guys rave about Coach Rad and how the shape he gets you guys in.
Oh yeah.
When you're injured, how helpful is he to you?
Really helpful. You can pretty much, no matter what happens to you, you can pretty much do all the workouts that other guys do. But Coach Rad makes sure to go through and adjust it so that you're capable of doing whatever it is you need to be doing. And so really, you don't really skip a beat no matter what your injury is. So he's really good about it. It's nice.
Did you sense any changes from the months of January through in terms of the workouts leading up to spring ball this time around?
It's kind of hard to say. We kind of everything's kind of moved so fast in this program. You just go one thing to the next, and it's everything kind of starts to mesh into each other. The one thing I have noticed though is guys have been making a lot more gains in the weight room as far as just winter term goes, and everybody's working harder in there. The thing we've been mainly trying to work on in the weight room is just the atmosphere, and I think a lot of the guys have kind of taken that really seriously and hyped everybody up, and got everybody going and yelling and getting weight up that they never could before because they just didn't have the motivation to do so. And we really got that atmosphere and that culture working in the weight room right now, and that was the biggest difference, I'd say.
So you didn't kind of spearheaded that?
We kind of everybody, the squad leaders, the coaches, everybody kind of knew going into this offseason that something had to change as far as the weight room went. No more just kind of getting through your lift and leaving and going home and we just had too much little boy kind of looking figures on this team. Even if they were big, just not enough muscle definition, not big enough muscular wise. And everybody kind of realized that, and we kind of snapped out of our kind of haze. After I think it was after the Stanford game, we were all like, all right, yeah, we could have beat these guys, but we just need to be bigger. And everybody kind of adopted that and worked harder in the weight room, I think.
Putting on weight for you has always been an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Now having to try and do that while recovering, how difficult is that?
I think it was easier. I'm kind of person. I have a really hyperactive personality. I'm always kind of running from place to place or sprinting upstairs and doing stuff like that. But not being able to do those things, it's kind of slowed me down a lot and let me kind of eat more and put on the weight. And
where are you at now?
I'm about 285. Yeah, so I've put on about 15 pounds since off season, and yeah, so I'm excited about it. It hasn't been as difficult now. I've kind of put myself on a schedule, kind of been more mature about my eating habits, and just kind of stuck to it more. No more 2-meal-a-day things where because I'm just too lazy to get food. Yeah, I've been eating a lot more and been a lot better about it, so it's been kind of easy.
Too lazy to get food. That sounds
like
quite the
I know it's ridiculous sometimes, but just oh man, it's too far away. I think I'm just gonna kick it or go do something else.
Your last play of the Alamo Bowl, your helmet went flying. Did you pretty much know the diagnosis?
It was. Everyone kind of says you kind of know. I was a little bit upset at a player walking by. Kind of lost my composure for a quick second. Yeah, they were kind of talking some stuff, and I knew I probably wouldn't have gotten in trouble in that situation, so I kind of let it fly a little bit. I probably shouldn't have, but was caught in the moment, I'd say.
How long did it take to go from that, depression of the diagnosis to getting into the rehab?
I don't know, really, when I came out, I think after halftime of that game, my parents came to the locker room and stuff, and then I kind of just took my 5 minutes, and Miss Kim came over and said, hey, you have 5 minutes, and after that, you're good. And I kind of took that to heart, and I moved on pretty much right away. As soon as halftime was over, I was kind of looking towards the next thing, what I can do to get better and get on for next season.
Because Frost said after the game, you said you'd be back for the opener. Is that kind of your mindset?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not going to act like it's going to hurt me at all for this season, because I really don't think it will. I think it's just kind of a mindset, and I think injuries are all mental, and so if it's all mental, then that's all you got to really control. And I'll come back stronger next season.
How deep is this offensive line? Obviously, the 5 stars come back.
Mm-hmm.
But great. What seems to think all the guys behind are really pushing.
They are. They're pushing hard. This is going to be a big spring for a lot of our younger guys, and a lot of the guys that have kind of been trying to break ranks the past 2 years. We have a lot of depth and a lot of experience. And the thing is, we have guys kind of on our second level there that they know every position, including center. And if you know every position, man, we're solid. I'd say we probably have about 4 guys that could play any position behind any of the starters, and then we have another about 4 that would that could fill their spots pretty well.
Assuming you're not going to be able to do everything once the pads go on at full speed, does that allow you to be a little bit more of a coach this spring?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna be helping out the younger guys. Helping out anybody, because the way we kind of got on the offensive line right now is, if you see somebody kind of doing something wrong, or you think you have a tip for them to help them out and make them better as a player, then you're going to be allowed to say it, and no one's going to get upset at you. No one's going to big time you and say, well, you don't know what you're talking about. And so it's kind of going to be a big deal. I'll be helping out everybody. Even if I see like Hronis doing something side, I'll be like, hey, bro, I was like, try like stepping wider, maybe even, and just little things. And we got a kind of a culture that allows that. And so I think I'm going to take more of a leadership role this spring and help the younger guys out and just help everybody progress. That's really the biggest thing for me right now.